It's your girl Brittany
and Bianca, and we're the Double Trouble Twins. So today we're going to be doing the Black Girl Tag. There will be 4 parts to this. This will be part 1, and we're going to answer a few questions. I guess they consider it a Black Girl Tag because it's a little bit more questions that's, I guess, targeted, popular amongst Black girls.
Yeah, Black community.
Yeah. So for the most part, we're going to go ahead and get that started. It's going to be 20 questions, and we're just going to answer those. And yeah, so we'll be right back. Give us a moment to get ready. Okay, so question number 1. What is your favorite edge control?
My favorite, I don't know the name. What's that? It's the edge. Bianca would always
get
Hicks?
It.
Yes.
That's my favorite too.
Yeah.
Hicks is my favorite too. It works because our hair is like curly. But it'll slick down, but it's still a curl up. So like some be
you
too
gotta
like
tie it when we tie our hair down.
So like the water based and the oil based edge controls kind of don't really work. Like the Cream of Nature, those work, but like they don't work as good as that Hicks does.
Yeah. So that's my favorite one.
So question number 2. You have to choose between one of the following: collard greens, cornbread, yams, or baked mac and cheese.
And
Baked mac and cheese for me. I love carbs.
Yeah. I would have to say the baked mac and cheese also, because like you can't go like when you add that to a meal.
Yeah.
Like,
And then it's like I wouldn't eat any of this other stuff by itself.
Greens, depending like
You do. I wouldn't though.
like depending on how them greens made, I will eat it by itself. Happy with some hot sauce.
Okay, so and it's crazy. We just talked about this the other night. What is your hair type?
I don't. Bianca knows what our hair type is. I don't get into all that. I don't.
Yeah, I think that we would either be like a 4A or like a 3C. Like we will fall in between.
I think it's more blended. Yeah.
Yeah, it's blended, but we're for sure we're not in like the 4B, 4Cs. So I would say we are in that range.
And don't be looking at this wig. It's not this hair. She's talking about our natural hair.
Okay, question number 4. Name 4 hood Black movies you love to watch. So you can go first.
Dang, 4. I wouldn't say hood.
Black movies. They say
Black movies. Okay, so 4 movies that I can watch, like it ain't nobody's business, is House Party 3,
Lord.
Boomerang, Love Jones, Friday, but I like to watch the first Friday or the second Friday, so I count that as 1. And the last one is...
It's only 4, my dear.
Oh, okay, so I thought it was 5. Ding, ding, ding!
So for me, it would for sure be the Fridays 1 through 3. I used to wear the first Friday.
I don't like the third one.
I started liking it with age. Once I got older, I liked it, but I like 1 and 2 the most. The first one for sure is my favorite.
Yeah.
Above all else. I don't really watch movies that much anymore, but I would say if I had to go based on what I did like, I would say the Fridays, I would say Soul Food, I would say Baby Boy, and what would be another one that I wore out? Oh, and I love Deliver Us from Eva. Like, I used to watch that movie every day. I don't know why, but I love that movie.
But the thing is, I tried to ask her to watch it a while back. She didn't want to watch it.
Because I used to watch that movie every day. To like, at this point, I'm over it. And then sometimes when I watch something too much, and we both do that, where we'll start overanalyzing certain things. So it gets to a point where it's impossible to watch it because you can't stop analyzing certain scenarios and situations.
Where certain
in
things
the movie.
don't make sense.
Yeah, so that's why I had to stop watching it. But if I had to pick movies, those would be my top 4 movies. But
yeah, but the movies
and I love What's
said,
Love Got to Do with it too. That's my favorite, one of my favorite movies too. I used to wear that movie out.
I was watching the movie last Saturday.
Yeah, you were.
Saturday before last. Singing them songs like, man, I can acting it out and everything.
You almost pulled me in here. I was like, I will not sit and watch this.
Not on my watch.
Not on my watch. Not on my watch.
It says, question number 5. How do you feel about interracial couples?
I personally do not have an issue with interracial couples. The only issue that I would have, or that I do have, is when someone feels like they have to demean that other race that they're not attracted to, or they have to put down, and especially when they can't give like a valid reason of why they don't want to date their own race. That's my main issue. I know that I'm open, but I know that I want to marry a black man. Yeah. But I don't see anything wrong if someone wants to do different.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. I have no issue with interracial dating for the same reasons. But most of the time, not that it's my business, but I am more comfortable when it's still a person of color. Like, so that's just being honest for the most part. Yeah. Like, I'm more comfortable in that situation when it's a person of color. But everybody's open, free to love who you choose to love, who you want to love. You can't control who you love. But if we're asking my opinion, I'm okay with it for the most part. Most comfortable when it's another person of color. So
for yourself, or when you're looking...
when I see those interracial relationships. And it also depends on what type of person it is. And that's on both levels, when both aren't feeling the need to demean, you know, a black person, or have certain preconceived notions about a black person, or perpetrate certain, you know, stereotypical things about black people. But for the most part, I don't have an issue as long as it's along those guidelines. But for me, myself, I date anybody that's a person of color, to be honest. So, I won't discriminate. I would love to marry a strong black man, strong black godly man, but for the most part, I'm okay as long as it's a person of color.
Yeah, very true. I agree.
And I can't lie, if a Caucasian came around that was attractive and respectable and God-fearing, I can't say I wouldn't take it there. So that's the biggest thing, honestly. It's about your character.
You never know. But my biggest thing is, don't try to put down that other race. Yeah. So, question number 6. Is there anything about your features that are considered more masculine because of your complexion? I wouldn't say it's because of my complexion, but... Well, I guess it is because of my complexion, but...
Not even on a dark skin, light skin level, on being a black woman level.
Exactly. Thank you, sister. Yeah. She helped me.
Yeah.
But yes, my biggest thing was having broad shoulders, and that I've always felt like that made me, until I got older and realized that that's something very normal to have. I thought having broad shoulders was like something that was like very masculine. So that was a feature that I felt was masculine because of me being black. I felt like to be honest, like, I guess...
A linebacker?
Yeah,
me too. I would say my broad shoulders used to bother me. At this point, I don't even notice them. I would say what really used to bother me was my chin. The broadness of my chin, because I do have a broad chin. That was something that really bothered me with, you know, my jawbone, how it's so prominent to a certain extent. That was something that I think was the most that I used to have an issue with younger, or feel more masculine, or like I look like a man. That would be what it would be.
Yeah, that very true. So, did you go to a predominantly white or black school? I feel... you say that it was both?
Because elementary and high school was predominantly white.
Yeah.
And then middle school was predominantly black.
Yes. That was, it was crazy to be black, but it was a culture shock to come from elementary school of where we went to go to the
middle school we went to.
It was definitely a culture shock where I feel like too, if we wouldn't have gone there, it helped shape.
Yeah, I think it did. I think it made us a lot more thick-skinned for the most part. Everything, and it was necessary to be familiar with different backgrounds to a certain extent, because I would probably be completely different had I never experienced going to a predominantly African-American or, you know, POC school. So that was something that was very necessary for the most part. A reality check for the most part.
Yep, definitely. But a good reality check.
Yeah.
So, next question. Were you always confident in wearing your natural hair? To me, I was, because when I was 18, I cut all my hair off, and I wore my hair like in a fade. The only time I wasn't confident was somebody messed up my hairline. But I've always been confident.
Shout out to the barber college.
Should have never known. Shouldn't have sat in that chair. But yes, I've always been confident in wearing my own hair. To this day, I wear like a short fade if I don't have a hat on top of my head. But yeah.
For me, I was very insecure about my hair. Even now, I'm not insecure about my hair. Now I've gotten a lot better with my hair. It's just that my hair is really difficult for me to tame a lot of the times. Like, because it's a lot of hair for the most part. But, like, when I was at a shorter stage in my hair, or even, like, most recently with my hair, like, it's still something I'm warming up to. Not because I don't like my hair, but I'm, like with the twist styles and Bantu knots, different things like that. I'm not as willing to try out those things, so I just accounted to I don't like my hair, or for the most part. But I wouldn't call it being insecure with my hair. It's just really difficult to work with. Like, people assume that natural hair is easy to deal with. It's not, for the most part.
It's very time consuming.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot of effort, and especially when you work in corporate America, it takes a lot of effort to make sure that your hair looks tamed. Or like maintain, like, well, same thing of just where it looks appropriate, professional. Yeah. So it definitely can take a lot of effort to do that. Yeah. So it's not for the weak. Yeah. I definitely embrace it. If I was to ever have daughters, they can choose once they get older. Yeah. But when I'm doing their hair,
once they get to a point where they feel like they want relaxers, then we'll be getting their hair blown out straight, and for the most part, and they're still want to get some curls in it for the most part.
Not a chemical. Yeah. Yes, not a chemical.
Yeah, but I don't want to say insecure, but I have been in points I have been uncomfortable with my hair for the most part, and I guess in the very beginning stages insecure when it came to my hair, and annoyed because most of the time when I want to wear my hair a certain way, everybody feels like I'm not combing my hair, and to me my hair is styled, so I don't know.
Yeah, and I'm glad that people are starting, well, I don't want to jump ahead, but people are starting to embrace it more. And I'm talking about people out there in, like, the world.
In the world. They're society.
Yes, they're starting to embrace more of black, natural hair. And it shouldn't have to be that way, but, hey, it is, unfortunately.
As long as we're embracing it as a people.
Let it be known, and y'all need to.
Yeah, you can jump on the train and get left.
I'll take it. I'll take it right off.
Don't take it
off.
Don't take it off.
I'm okay with me.
Don't take it off.
You just snatched it off on camera like
I showed it.
Because I'll take it right off.
Well, don't take it off.
But so next question. Did you have support from anyone while you were transitioning? People, they kind of gave me the side eye, because I even remember when I was in the barbershop getting my hair cut, and all the women, because it was like a barbershop that was like mixed, where it had men and women. It had a hair salon in the barbershop also, where all the women who was getting their hair done and all that, it was like, are you really cutting your hair off? Like, you about to have your hair cut like a boy? And to me, now, when people say cut like a boy, I'm like, that kind of makes a person feel like,
self-conscious.
Yes, like, oh my goodness, now I'm not even going to look like a woman if I do this. I'm not going to look feminine. Nobody's going to, like, want me. But I'm glad that I did that at a very young age and, like, out of high school.
It builds esteem for sure.
Definitely, because it definitely helps with your confidence and transitioning. But it was some challenges. I felt like people not really knowing why, or, like, kind of side-eyeing, like, why did she cut off? And then, too, everybody transitions differently, but the way I did, I cut it all off. I didn't want to do the whole two textures. But how about you?
For me, I was motivated to cut my hair based off my sister, like watching her hair grow, and it was growing so beautiful, and then seeing the versatility she had with her natural hair, it made me want to cut my hair. But I went a long time, probably like 5 years into her already transitioned to the point that her hair is like past her shoulders. Like, I didn't cut my hair into a long time. It took me a lot of time to build up. I actually was pushed to do that through a breakup that made, or just kind of distancing myself from somebody, and I wanted something new. I let my brother cut it, and I had like a ball fade, like Caillou. I was in there for the most part. And my sister was a big motivation, because there were a lot of times, like, because I am one of those girls, I'm still kind of that way, where I feel like I need hair to feel feminine. Like, I feel less feminine. Like, that's kind of why I struggle with braids from time to time. I've gotten a lot better, but it's because I didn't feel feminine. Like, I like the hair in my face and things like that, but it is really a character builder. Like, it's a really esteem builder, and I would say, honestly, for any girl that's gotten relaxers, things like that, I would say for every girl to honestly go through that process, because when you don't have hair, you don't have nothing to hide behind. So all you have is you and who you are, and you got to let your confidence shine through. Yeah. So I would advise every girl to honestly do that for the most part, because your hair is not what makes you. But
yeah, I cut my hair all off twice. So recently, like 3 years ago, when I cut all my hair off, and this is when my hair had got to a length, it was like really healthy, and like it was a nice length, not all the way down my back, but it was a nice length. And I ended up cutting all my hair off again. And I just wanted to do something different. And I know, too, probably with just like emotion, things triggered me to do that, where I wanted to change in a drastic change. I remember my brother and my dad, I was at work. My brother and my dad had FaceTimed me. I don't even know if I had told you this. Had FaceTimed me, and my dad was calling because he said, I just wanted to check on you. My brother, he was just on the phone. He probably didn't even think anything of the call. But my dad was the main one who was asking, like, is everything okay? Like, what's wrong? And that's one thing that I hate, that people feel like, even though it can be, but I hate that people have to stem the reason why you're making a change.
You're having a nervous breakdown.
Or it's because of a man, or if it's because of...
Coco Chanel said a woman cut her hair, she has to change her life.
How deep is your... How deep is it for...
Sorry.
How deep is it for you to let someone else see you in your headscarf? It all depends. I don't like I'm not the type to walk around with a bonnet on my head, so I'm not trying to let everybody see me in my bonnet if I have a bonnet on. But like a headscarf, if it's like a cute headscarf and it's like printed, something like that, and I'm not looking busted, I don't mind someone seeing like my head wrap, but not a bonnet. You ain't supposed to see the bonnet, because I feel like that's just a stereotype where I'm like...
You're not feeding into that?
No.
Well, I've been fed. I ain't gonna lie, like, I'll go to the store real quick in a bonnet, like the corner store for the most part, but like... when I initially started, I guess, dealing with people on a romantic level, like spending the night, things like that, I would not wear a bonnet or a headscarf. And I remember they would say, just be yourself. And it's like, I'm not supposed to wear no headscarf. But getting older, like, I realized, like, it's either wear a headscarf or wake up looking crazy. And I wore a headscarf and then woke up and my hair was still in place for the most part.
Still laid.
Exactly. So I would say I'm not insecure enough to say I'm not wearing a headscarf.
Yeah.
Next question. Do they have your foundation shade at your local drugstore?
They do, because they got it locked up.
Y'all are going to jail! Period!
They not stealing it off the shelves no more.
I ain't gonna lie, for me it's a little hard finding my foundation shade. I'll have to go back and forth, and it's only because my skin is really strange. Like, my face is really light compared to like my actual body, so sometimes I struggle with like, so should I match my body or my skin? And then sometimes it'll be a little too dark or a little too light for me. In most cases, like if it is too light, then I'll give it to her or trade it with her, or and vice versa. She's bought foundations that's been too dark for her that she would trade with me or let me have for the most part. But I'm not gonna say it's hard, but it's hard, honestly, in general, for black girls, period, to find foundation in regular little drugstores. Yeah, ones that don't have that powdery undertone to it. So, I mean, they've gotten a lot better since, like, we got out of high school. Like,
with the drugstore makeup.
Yeah, with versatility and having, like, a variety or a selection of makeup for people of color. But for the most part, No, I think it'd be hard for anybody really to find that complexion, that color at a drugstore.
Well, now that they got them locked up, it's fine.
Drugstores like Walgreens, stuff like that.
You can consider Walmart as a drugstore. It got a pharmacy in it.
Oh, okay. Well, if we're talking Walmart, then no, I don't have a hard time at Walmart. But
Local Walmart.
At the local Walmart. Do you ever hear the phrase, "Is that your real hair? If so, when?"
Ooh, y'all, that triggered my soul.
I always would hear that. I ain't gonna lie, especially most of the time it'd be like at work, and most of the time it would be with coworkers. The last time somebody asked me that, honestly, I'm lying, because I've had guys that I talked to ask me that question before. And like literally somebody, we won't say names, kept asking me, was it my hair? And they literally like tried to sneak, like put their hands, like run their fingers through my hair. And it's like, at this point, I'm pretty sure you're trying to see if this is my hair. But I don't know why it's hard to believe black girls can have hair.
That annoys me so much, because it just makes me feel like, dang, like you don't think I could have my own hair look like that? Because you like it so much, it cannot be my hair.
Yeah.
Like that's what I get from that. But yes, I have had that multiple times, especially before I cut all my hair off, and I would wear my hair like big and like natural, or if I just like did a twist out or whatever, or if I straightened my hair, especially if I straightened my hair from like if I wore my hair natural, like it and I hate to say this, but it would be people that
Other black girls.
Well, other black women, like older women, when I would be at work and I'm helping them, and it was like, I want to ask you a question, and the way the tone, I knew what was about to come out of their mouth. Is that a wig? And it probably wasn't appropriate for me to say while I'm at work, but I would be like, why do you think that it's a wig? Why does it have to be a wig? And it was like, I like it. I'm asking because I like it. It's pretty. I'm like, no, this is my hair. I grew it out of my head. Or if I did like a twist out or whatever, she was like, is that a wig? Do you have that? Is that a wig you have on? I'm like, first off, don't be saying my business all out.
You in my business? Don't do that.
And no, it's not a wig. Like you just saw me the other day, and you saw that like you see the parting. This ain't no melted lace, nothing like that. You see that this is coming out of my scalp, but yeah, that triggers my soul, and it's unfortunate.
It's ignorant.
Yes, but it's unfortunate that it comes from your own.
That's ignorant, Blanket.
Yeah, but yeah, I'll go on a tangent with that. that disturbs my spirit.
Okay, this one is annoying, and I'm not even going to answer it. What black celebrity do you look like? Bianca.
What do you mean? You want me to answer?
No, I'm not answering it, period. But if you have one that you feel like you look like, you could say.
Why you don't want to answer it?
Because I don't look like a celebrity. I look like Bianca. Nobody looks like me, and vice versa.
It can be features that y'all favor, or it can be hairstyles that make you look like a certain person.
Yeah, understandable. What about you?
You don't like that?
No, I don't like that at all.
You find it offensive?
Kinda and
Why?
kinda not, because they think we all look alike. So no, I'm not into it for the most part. And I don't feel, if I had to say anybody that I feel like, I say Fantasia, and not even Fantasia for the most part. But no, I can't think of anybody. Like, I would get Jennifer Hudson. Like, but I would look at those people and not feel like I look like those people. Keisha Cole, yeah. But it's like, no.
Well, dang, I was about to say who I was going to say.
Same.
But
you look like that lady from that group I sent you.
Group?
I said you look like her. It's a group. I think it was 3 girls.
Was it Brownstone?
Yeah, I think so. Brownstone.
But I've had people, and I'm not trying to be funnier, but this is
Portia Williams. Is that her name?
Like when I would have my hair straight, or if I had like long hair in my head, they would say that I look like Portia Williams, Kelly Rowland, I don't know about. I never saw Kelly Rowland. But it was just a hairstyle that I had one time where everybody and their mama kept on coming in
because they
my
think
job
we
that
all
day.
look alike.
Yeah, but I didn't see. I don't see Kelly Rowland, but I can see Portia just because of our long faces.
Yeah.
But I think that's it.
So I'm gonna swap that word out for a different one. Okay.
Can I see the word? What's the word? Oh.
Who do you dislike more, Miley Cyrus, Katy Perry, or Taylor Swift?
Can you say the names again?
Miley Cyrus, Katy Perry, Taylor Swift.
Can I select option D for all of the above?
Amen. Yes, you can.
Cause yeah. So next question. Why did it say Kodak? I'm so concerned. Oh, okay. Um, sorry, I was reading the bottom of the question. Okay, so the next question. What male celebrity do you love to dislike? For example, they spelled his name wrong, but Jim Carrey, and Kodak. I think they're trying to say like Kodak Black. I don't know. But a male celebrity I love to dislike, I would say, who's a celebrity that I love to dislike? I wouldn't say.
Oh, I do not like YG. And it ain't even that I love to dislike him.
Yeah, that's
I have
the thing.
justified reasons to not like YG. Like, I am not a fan. I'm absolutely not a fan of Kodak Black. Like, I'm not a fan of anybody that says things that can be disrespectful or demeaning to a group of people solely for the purposes of getting attention or for the purposes of getting likes. Like, 50 Cent is one of those people, but I like 50 Cent beyond that because, I don't know, I kind of overlook the things he's done because you can kind of put him in a box and understand why he is the way that he is for the most part. And he's actually talented. That's the difference. Like, I'm not too sure what gives YG the confidence to say and do some of the things that he's done or where he gains that confidence to feel like he's attractive enough to make some of the comments that he's made. I could go further, but to not be disrespectful to a child or him, I'm just going to leave it where it's at. But I am not a fan of YG, not a fan of Kodak Black. I love Jim Carrey, so I would never say nothing like that.
Yeah, but they spelled the name wrong, so I guess they're not talking about the Jim Carrey we're talking
you're
about.
crazy.
But a celebrity I love to dislike. I don't really follow him, but I do see certain things, and I do not like him. What is his name? NBA
Youngboy?
I say NBA. Showing my age. NBA Youngboy. I don't like him, especially
if you
his
don't get
actions.
it together.
Yes, his actions can definitely take him down a path.
But that's a lot of fame, a lot of
and
money,
he has kids.
and no direction. And
Too,
that's unfortunate.
too many hands out. Too
Yeah.
many hands out.
Yeah.
But so next question is, how many combs or brushes have you broken?
Ooh, can't count.
I can't say I've broken a brush, only because like if I've dropped it or if it was like cracked or something, but not because I'm only like
I
you know
damaged
those
the
paddle
bristle.
those paddle brushes. Like if I'm brushing out like
I
a
broke a
weave
derma.
or
I broke my derma brush. I've broken paddle brushes. I've melted the bristles on a regular bristle brush using a blow dryer and a bristle brush. And that's pretty much it. I really damaged the bristles of the brushes versus.
but I
breaking a
have
brush.
broke some combs, especially like you parting your hair
And goodie
or
brushes. I can tear up a goodie brush. You'll just be brushing your hair and then the stick break in half.
Yeah.
That's never happened to you?
no,
Yeah. Those I've dealt with.
because be strong arming it. Yeah.
Gotta get that sleek pony.
Trying to get it slick. So, next question. What is something you like to do when you are excited?
I ain't gonna lie. I pray and be giving thanks because I battle with I haven't, but I still do to a certain extent battle with depression to a certain extent. So anytime that I'm in a good mood, I'm really grateful just to be in a positive mindset. In comparison to some of the times that I'm not in that mindset, I like chit chatting with my sister, my mom. I'm a talker, so I like chit-chatting when I'm in a good mood, feeling good. I do like to be creative. I like to write. That's like my best time to write, when I'm feeling good and I'm feeling positive and I'm excited. I like to record for the most part, but I'm not really into it as much as I used to be for the most part. So it's so many videos that I've recorded in my phone that I don't upload because I don't want to look like a psychopath being all extra excited in one note, and then on the next note it's like, whoa, she was just real hyper.
Like,
But
what happened?
yeah, but that's what I like to do.
Okay, so the last question for part 1 of this series is, have you ever been in a Ferrari?
No.
No, I don't know who y'all asking these questions to.
There's poor people around. With your broke ass.
But, and that's not even a car that, like a luxury car of like, if somebody I knew who had a Ferrari, I need to get in this car, I want to take a picture. That's not the kind of car
I'm not a bop though, so I've never even been into stuff like that.
I like cars, but that's not a type of car where it's like, oh, I want to.
I get excited about a Wrangler. Put me in a Wrangler, that excites me.
Like a Jeep, yeah.
Or a motorcycle.
Yeah,
but other than that,
not a Ferrari.
I don't get hype off stuff like that.
Yeah. So, yes, we're going to bring y'all part 2 to this series of tag questions for black girls. So y'all already know what that means. Y'all need to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell when we have uploaded new videos. So, yeah, continue to check Team Brittany out. Team Brit out. Team B out. Like, y'all need to just
Team B is me.
Like, get on board. Like,
get it straight.
Like, yeah. Like hit that notification so you know when we drop in. Like,
yeah. Because I mean, you can hop on the bus or get left at the bus stop.
But to be honest with you, we'll come back and get you.
Yeah, you will always come back, and then every 15 minutes the bus keeps coming. So get on it.
Like, get on there. But yes,
thank y'all for watching. It's all love, and we'll see you guys later. Bye.